is 7:05. I now bring us back into open session. There was no action taken in executive session. That being said, we move on to item 9A. Council, what's your pleasure?
No action.
There's no action taken, all right. At this point, I'm gonna bring back up item 8C, which we left open. There was a motion and second regarding the discussion and consider ordinance number 20230502, amending the adopted budget for fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2022. We had a motion and second. City Secretary, you recorded such?
Correct.
Okay, at this point, is there any questions? You know what it's in regard to?
Yes.
All right, any questions for the city manager? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. This is discussion, all right, let me put the city manager. This was, not right, 10A is the same as 10C, 8C, right?
Yes, sir. This was, yeah, this is, yeah.
So if you will look at your packet, item 10A is basically the same as item 8C, which we just voted on. You can see discuss and consider the purchase, exchange, lease of real property properly described as 5301411 Ortiz Pablo survey. So that's the item we just voted on. It was duplicate, so there's no action, no action required on that. At this point, general announcements, council, anything?
I would just say, my personal, it's not my personal, you know what, in my opinion, I think that what we gained in Washington was much greater than what we gained in, TML. It is a lot of walking. Sonia can contest to that.
Fred, you second that motion?
Oh, they want more than me. I'll let them tell us.
So Sonia and I were walking and she kept asking how much further and I kept saying, we go 2 blocks, take the left and it's right there. And then we got to that point and I would tell her, Sonia, it's just 2 more blocks and then we take the left.
You got your 10,000 steps
Every
in.
almost 5 miles that we walked, and I stressed my legs and I had to get on antibiotics.
Wow.
So I knew the distance, but she didn't. I was just playing psychology on it. But anyways, it was an experience. I mean, there's a lot of history. If you're patriotic, you would enjoy it. It's just a lot of walking, but you gain a lot of knowledge. Most importantly is you put yourself on the map for future growth. The knowledge that we get, the load of information we got on all the different departments was well worth the stress of walking, of waking up early, going to sleep late, enjoying the moments. I think that it's something that there was questions about earning, being hired, or EMC, and I think he answered every one of those questions in that trip that we took. I just hope that next time we do go, that we're able to bring more to Washington, because your presence is well known. Those politicians up in that house, they recognize. Tony Gonzalez couldn't have said it better. He said, you visit us, you show us, and you invite us, we will keep you in mind. So I just wanted to share that with everyone, and hopefully in the future we're able to go up there and we're able to bring back some grant money and grow my community that I was born and raised in.
That's a very good point. James also shared another aspect that we might think about, city manager, is maybe going a little earlier. It's kind of late in the budget season,
Yes.
and some money has already
Yeah.
been earmarked. And that's what it is. The earmarks that you've heard about is already allocated by this season. And so, two, I just want the citizens to realize it's an expenditure, but citizens, it's an investment. And we believe in it. I really support the council and their election of this consultant, and I think it's going to reap benefits. I really do. He's hardworking, and again, I can't stress enough. These guys, it was great to go to Washington D.C. and of course, see that. But it wasn't just a joy ride. It was a work session.
And
These guys worked.
I honestly believe that, and I put my faith in the city manager, in yourself, and also in EMC, that in a few months, that we'll be able, when people approach us and say, well, y'all went up there in taxpayers' money, that we can answer it, and we can turn back to rebuttal and tell them, now ask me, how much did we bring back?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's an investment, it is an investment, and I see it exactly as that. And it's making, it's gaining momentum of us going up there, so. Anything else, Fred?
Just real quick, reminders, bulk pickup, we have bulk pickup, we have a brush pickup this week,
Yes, it
This
ends
week,
on Friday.
tire roundup this week, so tires. And the last thing is, we have an event
It ends on
on
Friday.
the 26th. Bianca, 26th?
I'm sorry?
26th is the event, right? When is the event for the coffee, the donuts, what is it?
Oh, yes, for Memorial Day, it's gonna be, the Friday before Memorial Day, which will be the 26th.
So-
And we will be out at Walmart. McDonald's has partnered with us to give veterans coffee, and we will be providing the donuts for the veterans.
So feel free, please join us. We're also gonna do something for Public Works,
Yeah.
next week, so we'll send the invite out, y'all can join us.
Yeah.
Fred, she said that they're gonna do donuts and coffee at Walmart. Just a quick question, would it be possible to start gathering some information up for next month's housing awareness that we could start handing out there?
Yes, well, between here and there, we'll get with Ernie. I think he's gonna be down here on, I think they have, another workshop, they have a workshop scheduled for.
This Thursday, from 11 to 12,
For businesses that are
starting up.
startup businesses, that'll be this Thursday, it starts at 11. So Ernie is working on that, EMC is, so we're inviting businesses, and I know Bianca's been posting that information on our Facebook page, so we can get them on there as well.
Yeah, because I think that'd be a perfect opportunity, because people are gonna go to Walmart in and out, and you can just hand that over.
And
Thank
council, on another note, we will be celebrating 4th of July this year, so Bianca, we say the city manager, something, we gotta pop some fireworks or do something.
I will say, on that end, again, with all,
Can we give that to the chamber?
part of what we discussed was that, and I think, again, we discussed some of this during budget, but I'm asking on that end that as we, whatever event that we do, that we try to include in the budget process. And I know it's tough sometimes to make those decisions, but, those type of events, I agree with the mayor, we should celebrate. There has to be some sort of something. As to how big it needs to be, that's kind of a question mark sometimes. I mean, we quite frankly, we have this little event for Memorial Day, but it's not a big event, if you will. But it's just having and planning and organizing those events that sometimes takes some time.
So anyway, be considering it, thinking about it, but we need to.
So Mayor,
Raise
just
the right
some final thoughts before we release. So now that, we are now into new council, and I'm gonna echo off of Mr. Liang, I'm really, glad that they were able to bring back that those resources and put Pearson in that map. So I think it's now time to really consider between all of us to go to work and move forward. And there's no stopping now. I think we're gonna have a great team in place, that we are, the intentions of, Pearson needs to be where it should be and catch up where we have lost. And therefore, to put our heads together and our ducks in and get ready to move on and stay connected with what we have built, on it, because once we disconnect, that's where everything is shut down. So be able to keep that relationship with these upper, in Washington and Austin, so that we can, like Mr. Liang said, to keep that rapport and that relationship going.
Amen. On that note, I requested y'all's top 5 agenda items for what you want, so send me something, give me that, so we can all look at that. And with that, thank you. On that note, to be ready, we're gonna do some budget workshops. We'll, as these guys get ready, from the very beginning, we want to help support them as much as possible. And Fred, you're probably already working on
Yes,
that.
we had our first meeting today, and so we'll be having budget meetings, the month of June. I'll present something to you, information to you, probably the latter part of June. and get in the budget, we'll on July and August and see what happens.
Yeah, okay. And with that, yes, ma'am.
One thing, can I take a picture of Miss Brenda and Miss Aurora for our city website so we can go ahead and update you all on your positions?
Please go by,
Afterwards.
please go by and get your picture made. At that, council, I'd like to introduce Ross Bennett to you. Now, just real quickly, Ross wanted to get on the agenda, not on the agenda, but to speak. He's not on the agenda, but anyway, I want to introduce him. Anybody that would like to stay after the meeting, after we close, he'd like to kind of talk to you guys, but again, it's nothing on the agenda, so it's at your will, whatever you care to do there. If, maybe on some future agendas, you can get on and speak or something like that. But with that, if there's no other announcements, I'm gonna call for adjournment. May I have a motion? Motion by Councilman Leal, may I have a second? Second by the newly elected Councilwoman Garza. Yeah, A. Garza, that's good. Okay, A. Garza and R. Garza, very good. We heard that. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. We're adjourned.
I'm gonna head over there and change the